It sure is. Life is a journey. But you are the path. D, what's up? Hey D, did you get the message I sent you directly inside the community? I sent you a message inside of the community. I don't know, maybe it was a day or two ago. Sweden's in the building. Hey, what's up, Sweden? And so good to see you. Antonio, what's going on? Foxy, what's going on? Thank you so much for the gifts, you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning, good morning. Seattle is in the building. What's up, Seattle? Good morning, Seattle. Callie's in the building. Okay, yeah, take your time too, D. No rush, no rush. I got you. I just wanted to make sure you know I'm locked in. Hey, Ellie, good morning. Good morning, Mama. So good to see you. Lynetta's in the building. Let's go. Got one of the Dream Team, one of the Avengers in the building with me this morning. One World Media, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that, One World Media. Thank you. Thank you, Alice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No, I'm not. I wish. It's a beautiful place. I'm not from Seattle, but I wish. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. Hal, what's up, Hal? Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for the gifts, you guys. Thank you so much. I feel special. I'm receiving gifts. I haven't even started yet. Cookie's in the building. I know Cookie here. Cookie's getting ready to go. Cookie, you go so hard. Kingdom mindset. That part right there, Ellie. Kingdom mentality. Kingdom mindset. No weak energy today. No weak energy today. No weak energy. No focusing on what's missing. No focusing on who stopped loving you. No focusing on who walked out of your life or who's not choosing you. Happiness can't be in a state of mind where you're doing subtraction all day. You got to stop doing subtraction. No weak energy, no excuses. At least I see you, Mama. No excuses, no weak energy. That's the only thing that can block your happiness. The only thing that can block your happiness is you thinking or focusing on what you don't have, thinking or focusing on what's missing, thinking or focusing on, what should have happened that didn't happen. That's why happiness is not in your life. If you weren't actively engaged in making yourself miserable, you would be happy. Don't let that go over your head. I said, if you were not actively engaged in making yourself miserable, you would be happy. All of the misery in your life is coming from you. All of the sadness in your life is coming from you. All of the unhappiness in your life, it's all coming from you. It's not coming from reality. It's not coming from your circumstances. It's not coming from who's not in your life right now. It's all coming from you. It's just these are the conversations that people need to be having all day long. I'm so serious when I say that, because it doesn't matter if you're the CEO of some company. It doesn't matter if you have all of this money in the bank. Your happiness isn't coming from those things. It's not coming from your status. It's not coming from your financial position. It's not coming from your fame or your reputation. It's not coming from that gated community that you live in. It's coming from you. And it will never be where you are. You can't buy your way there. So it doesn't matter how much you've achieved in life. Doesn't matter how many accolades you have or how many degrees you carry. If you're not happy, what is all of that doing for you? If you're not happy, what is it doing for you? I'm just asking you, because you can't be enjoying it. If happiness is where you are, you're not enjoying anything. So if all of those things that you've slaved to get and worked so hard to get and did all of these things to go and get and break your back to go and get this and put yourself in debt to go and get that and put yourself in debt to go and get this, and you're still not happy, then what was it all for? I'm just asking you, what was it all for? I'm just asking. Somebody told you that the relationship is going to make you happy. Somebody told you that the family is going to make you happy. Somebody told you that all of the degrees and certifications were going to make you happy. Somebody told you that the house would make you happy and the cars would make you happy and the clothes and the jewelry and all of those things are going to make you happy. You're going to be happy. Once you become successful, you're going to be so happy. What happened? What happened? Just tell me what happened. I already know that's a rhetorical question if ever there was one. I can already tell you what happened. You didn't find happiness there. I can promise you that. I can promise you that. If you didn't bring happiness with you, you didn't find it when you received the certification. If you didn't bring happiness with you, you didn't find it once you got the degree. If you didn't bring happiness with you, you didn't find it once you got the relationship, or you started adding all of those things to your life. You got to understand that there's nothing more important than your internal state of being, because that's what you are projecting onto other people. The chaos lives here. Then we project that onto other people. Doesn't come from the outside in. It comes from the inside out. All right, let's get busy getting busy. Type me in the comments real quick if you are new to the platform, real fast, please. If you would, type me in the comments if you are new. If you are new, just warm it up, Sefe. You know, we just having appetizers right now, Sefe. Come on, that's my brother right there, man. He already now. He like, man, coach, we having appetizers right now. We just having appetizers right now. No big deal. Everything is fine. Nothing's broken. Nothing's missing from your life. Everything is fine. You're exactly where you need to be. Okay, for all of the people that are new, my name is Jordan Williams. I am a certified life coach. I specialize in self-awareness and self-mastery, relationship mastery, spiritual intelligence, which is the most powerful intelligence on the planet. Why is it the most powerful intelligence on the planet, coach? Because it's the only intelligence that can unlock the divine in you, period. Period. It's the only intelligence on the planet that can unlock the divine in you. Nothing else. That's why they don't teach it anywhere. You ain't figured that out yet? You haven't figured that out? You haven't figured that out? Why don't they teach it everywhere? I am also the best-selling author of this book, The Secret of Awareness. How powerful are you ready to be? If you don't have this book right now, and if your goal is to become the most powerful version of yourself, you most definitely need that book in your arsenal to start the journey, start the process to becoming to unlocking the greatness that's already in you. You're already the greatest version of yourself. You're already in possession of that version of you. The difference is, and what the problem is right now, is that you don't have access to the information to unlock that version of you, because information changes situations. It's only through the information that you acquire that's going to unlock the most powerful version of yourself. You can't unlock that version of you any other way. What got you here will not get you there. All of the information that you've acquired throughout the course of your life got you to this moment. Now you need something else that's going to take your life to the next level and take it to the next moment. And self-awareness is the only thing, self-published. Self-awareness is the only thing that will do that for you. And I self-published because the book is too powerful to put the book in anyone else's hands. The moment that you start taking your book to all of these publishing houses and all of, they own the book. I wanted to make sure that no one owned that book with me. I own the book. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. The moment you take that, if I had taken this book to someone else and let them publish the book, you would have never got the book. They said, oh, no, we can't release this one. No, we'll give him his check, but this book will never see the light of day. Please, I know what I got in my hands. I know what I have. And if you read the book, you know what it is too. It's too powerful. Days, you know that. It's too powerful. Here we go. Too powerful. So the name of the book is The Secret of Awareness. How powerful are you ready to be? The Secret of Awareness. Take a screenshot of it. You can get it on Amazon right now. The book is a bestseller and it's changing people's lives, and there's just certain people that don't want you to have access to the book. Why? Because when you have access to the book, you become unstoppable. When you discover who you are, You become unstoppable. Nothing can guard you. Nothing can stop you. You become unlimited. Bottom line, you become unlimited. You become unlocked. You become unleashed. They can't guard you. No more controlling you. No more manipulating you. You're out of the cage that you built in your mind through your own beliefs, through your own thoughts, through your own fears, through your own introjected beliefs, which are beliefs that someone else handed you. You get rid of the programming and conditioning. You're no longer walking around in all of this fear of all of these other things like that. Man, we don't have time for that. You're too powerful for that. People don't want you to know how powerful you are. Bottom line. All right, let's get busy getting busy. We got a lot of ground to cover, So, a lot of ground to cover. The past does not hold you. Come on, I need you to catch this. I said the past does not hold you. You are holding on to it. The past does not hold you. You are holding on to it mentally and emotionally, and that's what's hurting you. The past doesn't want to have anything to do with you. It's not bothering you. It's not knocking on your door. It's not in your way. It's none of those things. The past does not hold on to you. You are mentally and emotionally holding on to it, which is probably the biggest producer of your fear, your doubt, your limiting beliefs, the imposter syndrome, the depression, the unhappiness, all of that. It's all coming from what you are holding on to. That's not trying to hold on to you. That's why self-awareness is so important, because it's going to give you the ability to let go of what's no longer serving you. Yesterday is not flirting with you. You keep flirting with yesterday. Yesterday's not bothering you. We keep tapping yesterday on the shoulder, reminding ourselves of the pain, reminding ourselves of who stopped loving us, reminding ourselves of who's letting show up, reminding ourselves of everything that went wrong. If you weren't actively engaged in making yourself miserable, you would be happy. I'm just bringing the truth to the forefront of your thinking. And every time you cheat on the present moment with yesterday, you suffer. You cheat on the present moment every time you step into yesterday. You cheat on the present moment every time you focus on what might happen tomorrow. You have no power in those areas. Your power only resides in the present moment. You can't find it in yesterday. You can't find it by projecting and focusing on what might happen tomorrow. All of your power lives here. And what the universe is trying to teach you is where your power is. That's why you suffer. The suffering is not a punishment. It's a wake-up call. It's letting you know when you are out of alignment with the truth. It's letting you know when that car called you is veering off the road. It's letting you know when you are hanging on to something that no longer adds value to you. Man, you got to get locked in. You're not suffering because the universe is punishing you. You're suffering because you are disconnected from God in that moment. It's an indicator. That's all it is. It's the check engine light to who you are. That's all it is. It's the best thing that ever happened to you. All of the suffering in your life is the best thing that ever happened to you because it's the only thing that can keep you in alignment with truth. You're not in the truth when you step into the future. You're not in the truth when you step into the past. You are only in the truth in this moment. Yesterday no longer belongs to you. Let it go. It belongs to God now. Let it go. It doesn't belong to you. Whatever it is you experience, life only gives you two things. It gives you lessons. It gives you blessings. What did you learn? What did we say about yesterday? Just yesterday. What we said about yesterday is this. Yesterday becomes your mirror. And it is a reflection of everything that you don't want to repeat today. That's the only thing that you can use yesterday for. That's the only value that you can extract from yesterday, is looking back to see what mistakes did I make then that I don't want to repeat today. What did I accept or tolerate yesterday that I should have never accepted or tolerated? So yesterday becomes my mirror of reflection. I can use it to reflect so that I don't continue to make the same mistakes over and over and over again, which is keeping so many of you guys stuck. You don't know how to utilize yesterday. You're using yesterday as a weapon against yourself. Using it to punish you. Using it to lower your vibrational frequency. How is that serving you? You're stuck in life because you're holding on to people that were never meant to stay. I said you are stuck in life because you are holding on to people and situations that were never meant to stay. All of the suffering in your life in this moment is coming from you hanging on to something that has already happened right here. Park the car. You just pull the car over and just park. I need you to catch this. I said all of your suffering in your life in this moment is coming from you hanging on to something that has already happened. That's where all of your suffering is coming from. It's not coming from this moment. It's coming from something that's already happened that you keep reapplying to this moment. None of your suffering is happening in this moment, which is why the present moment is the most valuable moment you have access to, because your pain doesn't live here. Your pain lives in a previous moment. Your suffering lives in a previous moment. The drama lives in a previous moment, and you are not supposed to be hanging on to the previous moments. You're too fast for that. You're the Ferrari. You got time to be pulling over. You got time to be looking through the rear view mirror and focusing on what happened yesterday. I learn from the experience. I grow from the experience. I am the divine. I don't cling to the experience. I don't chase the experiences. I'm not the minivan. I'm not riding around with all of my problems in the back. I'm not riding around with all of my failed relationships in the back. I'm not riding around with the divorce issues and all of that in the back. You don't have time for that. You only have time for right now. It's too much value in this moment. For you to be thinking about a previous moment, you neglect the one that you're standing in. One more time. All of the suffering in your life in this moment is coming from you hanging on to something that has already happened. Just live in the truth of that right there. I'm not asking you to do anything. I'm not asking you to change anything. I'm not asking you to climb anything. Just live in that reality. Just to show you how much you are lacking self-awareness. Just to show you how you have turned your mind into your weakness and not your weapon. You are taking yesterday and you have turned yesterday into an instrument that you use to punish yourself. The past does not hold on to you. You are holding on to it. And as you are holding on to it, you are punishing yourself in the process, which means that you are not showing up to the present moment as the most powerful version of yourself because you're too busy radiating from a low vibrational frequency. because you're too busy being actively engaged in making yourself unhappy and in making yourself miserable and in making yourself depressed, because you're focusing on something where you don't have any power. You're focusing on something where you cannot change the outcome of the situation. You lack emotional intelligence. When you invest your time, energy, and attention into anything where you can no longer impact the outcome of the situation. I said you lack emotional intelligence. When you are investing time, energy, and attention onto anything where you cannot positively impact the outcome of the situation. That's wasted energy, wasted time, wasted attention. Why? Because energy flows where attention goes. Whatever you're focusing on, wherever you're placing that attention, your attention is your currency, because it illuminates whatever you place it on. It amplifies and magnifies whatever you place it on. You're too powerful for that. So God is like, well, you're never going to be what I'm trying to help you to become, because you're too busy focusing on yesterday. So he sends you the suffering as the wake-up call. Man, we got time, we got stuff to do. You focus on the wrong thing. You need to focus on what's happening right now. You worried about what happened 5 minutes ago, 5 months ago, 5 years ago. Man, we don't have time for that. You're too powerful for that. Change is the only certainty in life, but it's what we fear the most. I said change is the only certainty in your life. It's the one thing that you can bank on. But somehow, some way, you programmed your mind to fear that the most. You don't fear hanging on to what you already know. That's what you should fear. You don't fear being the same person you were yesterday. That's what you should fear. You don't fear having the same life this year that you had last year. You don't fear any of that. But you fear change. Change only takes away a version of you that no longer serves you. That's the only thing change removes. It removes a version of you that no longer serves you. You should be welcoming change, not running from it. Hey, Valerie, what's up, Mama? Good morning. Yesterday has sharp elbows, man. You got to get away from yesterday. Yesterday cut you deep. I'm talking about yesterday has sharp elbows. Get away from yesterday. Everything in the present moment is soft. Everything in the present moment is beautiful. Everything in the present moment is true. All of the happiness is in the present moment. God is in the present. God is in the present moment. It's the only place you can experience him. You want to be disconnected from that? That's what you're telling me with a straight face? You want to be disconnected from the Creator? You can't experience him thinking about tomorrow. You can't experience him yesterday. You can only experience him in this moment, which is why the present moment is so precious. Man, I'll go to war with yesterday. I'll go to war with tomorrow. I will go to war with anything that's trying to take me out of this moment, because you're disconnecting me from my Father. You're disconnecting me from my I am. You're disconnecting me from my power. Period. We sit here fighting to hang on to yesterday and fighting to hang on till tomorrow and clinging to all these things that no longer serve you, never realizing that you are disconnected from him. You can only experience him in this moment. Think about what I'm saying. Where do you solve all the problems from yesterday? You do it in this moment. Where do you solve all of the problems that may arise in your tomorrows. You do it in this moment. Where do you experience love? In this moment. Where do you experience happiness? In this moment. Where do you experience God? In this moment. Where are you going to fix everything? In this moment. Where's the therapist trying to get you to stay in this moment? Where's the psychiatrist trying to get you to stay in this moment? Everything happens in this moment. Suffering happens outside of the moment. Whatever you're worried about, you can only deal with it in this moment. You can't deal with it in any other moment. You can only deal with it in this moment. Let me say this to you because this is important. Let me say this to you because this is important. People don't treat you how you deserve to be treated. They treat you exactly how they treat themselves. I need you to catch this. I said people don't treat you how you deserve to be treated. They treat you exactly how they treat themselves. A person will never love you the way that you deserve to be loved. They will only love you as deeply as they love themselves, which is why self-love is so important, because no one is a mind reader. People aren't mind readers. They don't know how to love you. They don't know how to respect you. They don't know how to appreciate you. They only know what they know because they only have access to their own programming and conditioning. They don't know how to love you. They don't know how to support you. They don't know how to be there for you. They only know what they know. They only have a map to themselves. They don't have the map to you. So how am I supposed to know how to love you unless you teach me? How am I supposed to learn how to respect you unless you teach me? How am I supposed to learn how to show up for you unless you teach me? You the teacher. But if you're not loving yourself, what are you teaching me? If you're not respecting yourself, what are you teaching me? If you don't show up for you, what are you teaching me? You giving me the blueprint. And then you sit here complaining, talk about you don't love me, you don't love you. I followed your roadmap. You don't respect you. I followed your roadmap. You don't show up for you and go to the gym consistently and invest in yourself. I followed the roadmap that you gave me, and now you complaining because I'm a reflection of you. Truth is about to kick the door off the hinges. What we doing? If you're afraid of the truth, you might want to scroll past this live. This is the realest live in social media history. If you don't like the truth, you may want to move on. I'm going to tell you about yourself, and then we're going to fix what's broken, and then you're going to transform yourself into the most powerful version of you. You got to understand this life is about you. Stop making it about other people. It's about you. It's just about you. God created you for him. He didn't create you for them. He didn't create you for your fame and your popularity. He didn't create you so that you could shine on people. It wasn't about everyone else when he created you. When he created you, you were the most important thing in that moment when he created you. And then he handed you the keys to who you are. And then we have the audacity to take the keys to who we are and hand them to somebody else. Take the keys to our future and hand it to somebody else. Start following people. This person don't know where they're going. And wherever it is they're going is not designed for you to go there. My path has nothing to do with your path. That's called It's called manipulation. You got to wake up. That's called manipulation. I can't take you where God designed for you to go. I can only go where he designed for me to go. I'm sitting here telling you to follow me, and then I make it to the top of my mountain. You sitting here looking stuck and confused. No, this life is about you. You got to focus on you, invest in you, focus on him, get locked into him and understand where does he want you to go. I can be a companion. I can be a travel guide with you. I can go with you and help support you and be the wind behind you and all of those things, but you have to know where you are going. I can't tell you, following me won't take you to where God wants you to be. Now I'm just giving you the truth that someone else won't give you because they want you to keep investing in them and keep helping them get up their mountain and keep helping them become the most powerful version of themselves. And then when you get there, this person then transformed into something that you no longer recognize. And now you sitting here stuck and confused. Got to go all the way back to square one again. Most people don't know where they're going. How can I take you somewhere that I've never been myself? But see, we all got programmed to follow this person. Yeah, when you jump into the relationship, follow that person. Follow them where? You following their plan for your life or you following God's plan for your life? Whose plan are you following? Are we not going to, we don't want the truth? That was too hard. That was too much truth for you. That's why most people are stuck. You following somebody else's plan for your life. One more time. People don't treat you how you deserve to be treated. They treat you exactly how they treat themselves. A person will never love you the way that you want to be loved. They will only love you as deeply as they love themselves. They're operating at capacity. I can't love you more than I love me. Which is the number one reason why self-love is the best love, because no one will ever love you more than you love yourself. Wake up. No one will ever love you more than you love yourself. And the sad reality of that is most people don't love themselves. Not consistently. Not unconditionally. We have conditional love even when it comes to ourselves. Let me say this. Drama doesn't exist in your life. Drama exists in your mind. And then you take what's in your mind and you project that onto life. I said drama doesn't exist in your life. It exists in your mind. And the drama is the byproduct of your programming and conditioning being projected onto the present moment. The present moment doesn't create drama. Your reaction to it does. I said the present moment doesn't create drama. Your reaction to the present moment creates drama. The should story about how you think things should have gone creates the drama. Your programming and conditioning being projected onto the present moment creates the drama. You don't have drama outside of you. All of the drama exists in your mind, and you project that onto the present moment. I don't like to be around that person. They cause too much drama. No, that's not drama. That's your programming and conditioning bumping up against their programming and conditioning. It's all programming and conditioning. There's no drama. Drama lives in your mind. It doesn't live in reality. Reality doesn't create drama. Everything in reality is neutral. You bring the drama when you show up to the scene. You got to wake up, man. Most people, you know what? Most people didn't know that. Most people don't know that. We think that the drama is outside of this. No, the drama exists in your mind, and the drama is the byproduct of your programming and conditioning bumping up against reality. Why? Because reality is neutral. Your programming and conditioning is all of your should stories. This should happen. That should happen. I need this person to be a certain way. I need that person to be a certain way. I need you to respect me this way. I need you to act this way when you're around me. And anytime that reality is out of alignment with what you think should be happening in that moment, you call it drama. Anytime that someone wants to move the way they want to move and it's out of alignment with what you think should be happening in that moment, you call it drama. Anytime that your partner wants to take their life and go and do something that benefits them in that moment, which is out of alignment with what you wanted them to do, you call it drama. Anytime someone disagrees with your programming and conditioning, you call them difficult. You call it drama. Drama exists in your mind. It doesn't exist in reality. Reality does not create drama. Your reaction to reality creates drama. That makes sense? All right. So I promised some people, let me switch gears, because I promised some people yesterday that I would cover fear today. Big homie, what's going on, big homie? I promised some people that I would cover fear today, so I want to do that. I want to keep my word to those people. Are any of the fear people here from yesterday? Big homie, so good to see you, my brother. So good to see you. So good to see you, baby. Are any of the fear people here from yesterday that wanted me to cover fear? Okay. Imani, I see you. Tracy, I see you. Okay. It's going to hit you in the chest. You might want to put your seatbelt on right now. I promise you. Put the seatbelt on. Barbie, put the seatbelt on. Tight. You might want to put two of them on for this conversation. I got you, Benny. I got you. All right, here we go. Here's the first thing that I want to say. Fear of not being good enough is ensuring that you never become the most powerful version of yourself. I said fear of not being good enough is ensuring that you never become the most powerful version of yourself. How is that, coach? Because that can only lead me to believe that you have already convinced yourself that you are not enough. I'm not worried about what the present moment is showing me. I'm worried about that belief that you secretly created in your mind that you aren't enough. Enough for who? Whose ruler are you using? What standard are you using? What metric are you using to measure yourself with? Enough for who? Every single person walking on the face of this earth is a guest at best. God is throwing the party. It's his party called life. Every single person that you see is only a guest at his party. You worried about the guest? They don't have any power. They don't have any more power than you. You worried about their opinions and what they think about you and whether they're loving you or not. Or all of their power comes from one source, the same source you get yours from. What are you worried about them for? You focus on the guest. You need to focus on the one that's throwing the party. Damn the guest. Any power that they have is coming from him. Which is where all of your power comes from. The only thing you need to be focused on is him. Not the guest, not their opinions of you, not their criticisms, not what they think and their programming and conditioning being projected onto you. They're not loving you. They couldn't love themselves. You worried about someone not loving you who didn't have the capacity and the ability to love themselves? You worried about that? Coach, they walked out of my life. They had walked away from themselves. They don't know who they are. People are disconnected from source. They don't know who they are. You're worried about the wrong thing. Get to the top of your mountain where your whole vision will change. Your perspective will change. Your beliefs will change. Everything changes when you are standing at the Mount Everest of who you are. You sit here thinking from the base of the mountain. That's the wrong perspective. I wish I would be worried about a person walking out of my life or me thinking that I'm not enough. If I'm thinking that I'm not enough, you're definitely more than enough for God because he's the one created you. He knows what all of your potential is. So if you're saying you're not enough, that can only lead me to believe that you're saying that you're not enough based upon some person's standard that you're trying to live up to. Man, you tripping. I wish I would. Enough for who? How can you claim? Oh, we doing 200 in the Ferrari right now. We doing a full-blown 200 right now. I'm so pinned to the back of my seat right now. How can you claim to be a man or woman of God when fear is ruling your life? Make that make sense to me. I said, how can you claim to be a man or woman of God if fear is dominating your life? Make that make sense to me. Because where God is, fear is not. Where fear is, God is not. Pick a side. Fear is a reflection of your programming and conditioning being projected onto the present moment. That's it. Pick a side. Coach, I love God, but I'm afraid. That don't even go together. Coach, I'm a man or woman of God, but I'm afraid. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid you're going to lose? What are you afraid you won't be happy without? What are you afraid you're going to discover about yourself? No one fears the unknown. What you fear is the loss of the known. That's where all of your fear is coming from. You don't want to step outside of your comfort zone. You want to hang on to who you used to be and transform into who you're going to be all at the same time. You think it from the perspective of who you used to be and trying to think from the perspective of who you're going to be at the same time, and you're oscillating between the two. You're confusing your own brain. I wish I would let fear have a seat at the table of my decision making, and I'm sitting here shadow boxing with God every single day. I wish I would. Get time for fear. I don't have time for doubt. I don't have time for limiting beliefs. That's all in yesterday. That's to show you why self-awareness is so important. Your fear is coming from yesterday. Your doubts are coming from yesterday. Your limiting beliefs is coming from something that happened in all of your yesterdays that you continue to project onto the present moment. The present moment doesn't bring your fear. You're not experiencing fear in this moment. Most people aren't living life because they're too busy remembering one. That's what you do when you drive in the car in reverse. You looking through the rearview mirror. No, you got to focus on what's in front of you. God is giving you the experiences. He's adding certain people to your life. There's nothing to be afraid of. Life only gives you lessons and blessings. That's it. It's either going to be a lesson for you, which you win, or it's going to be a blessing for you, which you win, which can only mean that you're always winning. But it's the meaning that you keep attaching to the situation that's creating all of the fear. You create the fear based upon the meaning that you attach to the situation that you're pulling from something that you've already experienced. I'm winning all day long. That's all you're doing is winning. You've been winning your whole life. What do you mean? What are you losing? What are you losing when nothing belongs to you? How can I lose when nothing belongs to me? I've been gaining since the day that I was born. Been gaining. I'm clocking all day. I got clothes in my closet. Too much. Cars everywhere. Houses everywhere. Why? Because I understand the relationship that he wants me to have everything. I'm like, God, I got too many clothes. I don't even know, take some of this stuff to the cleaners. I need to give some of this stuff away. I need to let some other people drive the cars. I need to let some other people experience the house. Too much stuff. I've been in a 100% pure profit situation since the day I was born. And so have you. You got clothes you're probably tired of. Books all over your house. You know, material possessions everywhere. You're a winner. Stop looking at yourself and stop trying to predict outcomes and stay in alignment with the moment. Stay in alignment with your Father. The moment you step outside, you're trying to predict this moment and predict this outcome and predict this situation and all of that. You're in his lane, not your own. Your lane is the present moment. His lane is every lane outside of that. Been a winner your whole life. You ain't lost nothing yet. But coach, I lost a family member. They never belonged to you. That's what's hurting you. They never belonged to you. Never belonged to you. That's the problem. That's ego, edging God out. That's why the ego is the first thing that has to go when it comes to self-awareness. Because it's your ego that's keeping you disconnected from the truth. It's your ego that's keeping you disconnected from reality. It's your ego that's keeping you disconnected from understanding that you are a part of an interconnected, interdependent society that God created, where everything leans on the next thing, where you benefit from the experiences of other people and other people benefit from your experiences as well. You cannot even call yourself smart, intelligent, a genius in this moment without understanding that it's people that you don't even know that put you in a position to call yourself a genius or to call yourself smart or to call yourself whatever it is you call yourself, whatever label you attach to yourself. None of it's coming from you. Get rid of your ego. It's hurting you. It's done more damage to you than any person that you will ever call an enemy. The enemy in your life is called ego. When you get rid of that version of yourself, you step into truth. You step into happiness. You step into unconditional love. You step into and you're in constant alignment with the divine. It's the first thing I had to get rid of. The first thing I had to get rid of. Why? Because it's going to tell you that you're different. It's going to tell you that you're better than everyone else. It's going to keep you from talking to certain people and being nice to certain people. It's going to keep you operating from conditional love. It's keeping you disconnected from God. The worst thing in your life right now is your own ego, because it's keeping you from greatness and you don't realize it. I'm telling you, I'm just giving you universal truth right now. You don't have to do anything. I'm not asking you to get rid of anything. Hang on to it. If you think it's working for you, hang on to it. That's rule number one with self-awareness. Rule number one. Rule number one. We can't even make it to rule two. Rule number one. Get rid of the ego. Because nobody can talk to you until you do. Because in your mind, you think you're smart because you went to school. You think you're smart because you studied. No. You don't even realize that none of the information in your mind in this this moment belongs to you. Nothing belongs to you, not even the information in your mind. Every book that you have ever read, somebody else wrote it. The ABCs is a system that somebody else created. The math is a system that someone else created. All of the roads, someone else created. Your car, someone else created. Your house, someone else created. The grocery store, someone else created. You are benefiting from humanity's creations, and all of those people are connected to God, which means you only benefit from him. He's been serving you your entire life. You don't serve him because you can't serve him, because anything you give him, he already put you in possession and gave you the power to give it back to him. Man, you got to understand. The truth is here. What we doing? The audacity for people to walk around with all of this arrogance. The audacity for me to call myself a genius without first highlighting every single person that God has put in my path that gave me some information. Let me qualify that. When you showed up, there was nothing in your mind. Your mind was a blank canvas, which means that every single person that you encountered after that started making deposits into you. Nothing in your mind came from you. And then that puts you in a position to build a life, to start a family, to have relationships, to be able to become a high-level communicator, to go and get a job so that you can create some financial resources, so that you can take care of yourself, and all of these things. And we walk around with so much arrogance. That's your ego. When nothing comes from you, you showed up to the party. It was a buffet. You didn't bring anything. You didn't have anything in your hand. You just received. You've been receiving your entire life. We got the audacity to think that we're losers, or we're not enough, or we're not special. How are you not special? He's been blessing your life this entire time. Sometimes he does it directly. Sometimes he does it indirectly. You can get on the phone right now, call the police, they come in. You can get on the phone right now, call the fire department, they come in. You can get on the phone right now, call the EMT, they're coming. He's sending them. You sit here looking at yourself through the wrong filter because you're operating out of your ego. Man, get rid of that. It's the worst thing you got in your life right now. The minute I got rid of my ego, man, I cried to God like a baby. I said, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even see it. Cried like a baby. Because in that moment, I understood that I was the problem. In that moment, I understood all of the disrespect and the hurt that I caused other people. In that moment, I understood that he wasn't tripping on me. He understood, he knew, wasn't mad at all. Said, go out and create. Go build. Go do something. Go be something. Go put fires out. I created you to be just like me. So that's why abundance has to be in your life. Okay, maybe you don't want the mansion. I get that. Maybe you don't want the Ferraris and the Rolls Royces of the world. I get all of that. But go and turn your life into a life of abundance, because you can go and build schools. Go and build parks. Go and create homeless shelters for the people that are in the street in the cold right now or out in the heat. Go help people that are homeless. Go help people that are hungry. Go and help little girls so that they can grow and be something. Give bikes away on Christmas. Become abundance because your Father is. That's what he created you for. Not so that you can acquire a bunch of things and go sit in some corner of the world and shine on people and tell people how amazing your life is and post videos on social media. Go put out the fires that you see happening every single day on this planet. That's what he created you for. Not to shine on people, but to shine with them. To be the inspiration, to be the motivation, to show them that they can do it. Create schools in your name. Create parks in your name. Create libraries in your name. Bring self-awareness to the world. That's what it's all about. Not how much can we accumulate so that we can be on the cover of Forbes magazine, making everybody feel less. You're not doing anything for all of the people that you pass walking through life. Got life twisted because you're operating out of your ego. But that's a truth you may not be ready to hear. A lot of people aren't ready for that truth. We want to create systems and spoon feed people that we know. Just our government budget alone, our defense budget alone could end homelessness. People ask me every day, Coach, what's your religion? Love is my only religion. If love's not there, I'm not there. Don't talk to me about anything else. Love is my religion. It's the only thing I claim. It's the only thing I cling to. Tie the ropes together. We don't understand that. But this story, love is my only religion, Moni. It's my only religion. I'm going to give it to you every time I see you. And it keeps me connected to you, not disconnected from you. It doesn't matter what your ethnicity is. It doesn't matter what you're from. It doesn't matter your socioeconomic status. None of that matters when love is your religion. Coach, are you Christian? Are you this? Love is my religion. I keep telling you. So I need you to understand this. Let me share this story because it's important. And I've told your story to you guys before, but you'll understand why I've taken the position that I've taken. So there was a Muslim, a Christian, and a Jew. All showed up to this river at the same time because there was a man that was drowning in the river. The Christian threw his rope out first, but it was too short. The Muslim threw his rope out next, but it was too short. The Jew threw his rope out next, but it was too short. And so they're all standing on the bank of the river, arguing about whose rope is the best, arguing about whose religion is the best. And no one in that moment had the wisdom or the intelligence to say, well, wait a minute. While we're standing here watching the man drown in the river, why wouldn't we just tie the ropes together? Because if we tie the ropes together, not only can we save the man, we can save humanity. So when you ask me, Coach, why won't you be aligned with this particular religion or that particular religion? Because they won't tie the ropes together. I don't want to be associated with anything or anyone that's not willing to tie the ropes together to end homelessness. When we have all of the money, when we have the manpower, when we have the resources, when we have the intelligence, when we have everything we need, it terrifies me to know why people won't tie the ropes together. You can disconnect the ropes when we're done. You can disconnect the ropes when we save the people. You can disconnect the ropes after we feed everyone. I get all of that. But damn, the last time I checked, we're all serving the same God. Yeah, we may all have a different path for how we get to him. I'll give you that. But damn, you mean to sit here and tell me with a straight face that you don't think that that's what he would want us to do? To tie the ropes together, when once we tie the rope together, we can end all of our problems. All of our problems are self-created. All of our problems are man-created. We don't need God. God is looking at us like, you don't need me. I've given you all of the solutions. What do you want me to do? You can solve every problem you have right now today. You don't want to do it because you want people to depend on you. You want people following you. You want people worshiping you. So they don't want to do it that way. It's not about solving the problem. It's about prolonging the problem because that keeps me in a position of power. As long as there's a problem, you need me. Once I solve the problem, you don't need me anywhere. Now I lose all of my low power. Truth is at the door. We're going to open the door or not. I'm just asking. Tie the ropes together. It's that simple. It's not a math problem. It's not difficult to figure out. God cannot bother doing for us what he gave us the power to do for ourselves. It's that simple. Because if he does that, he cripples us. Because then he's going to always have to save us, so that way we never grow, we never evolve, we never learn, we never become a reflection of him, if he's always saving us from problems that we are creating ourselves. This is not a problem that we need him to save us from. This is just a problem where people just don't want to tie the ropes together. And that's what scares me the most. The why scares me more than anything else. That scares me. It terrifies me. The why. Because it's there. Oh, it's there. It's there. The why is there. May not be revealed to you, but there's a few people that know it. That part right there, Nikki. That part right there, Nikki. That part right there. You mean to tell me we got all the manpower? Nikki, come on, Nikki, come on. I'm not telling you guys that that's not the truth. I mean, damn, I can understand if you consider like, Coach, well, I mean, that's not really the truth. No, that's 100%. That's God's truth. Not even my truth. We got all of the manpower. We have all of the financial resources. I'm talking about just all of the major religions, right? We got all of the manpower. We have all of the financial resources. We most definitely have the intelligence. We have every single thing that we need. Why are we not doing it? I'm just asking you. Maybe you know something I don't know. Why are we not doing it? That's why I stay on self-awareness. That's why I focus on what I focus on. Because I don't want to be disconnected from anything. I don't want to be attached from anything. I don't want to be connected to anything that's going to keep me from saving someone or helping someone or drowning in the river to help someone that may be drowning in that moment or whatever the case may be. I don't want to be a part of anything that's going to keep me separate from what I know he would do in that moment if he were standing here. It's that simple. But we love him. Question that. All right. I didn't get to dive into what I want to dive into, so I'm going to come back tomorrow and dive into on that. That part right there, that ego, that greed, that power, that I want to be important. I want you to look at me, worship me. I want to be remembered like Jesus was. I want to be that. I want to be remembered forever. I don't want to solve the problem, because if I solve the problem, they won't need me anymore. Let me say this before I leave. Just take this story with you. I just want you to take it with you. I'm not asking you to do anything with it. I just want you to think about it. That part right there, Kia, is too much like right. That's what my grandmother would say if she was here. Maybe that's too much like right. Take this story with you, though. I want you to think about fire for a moment. Just think about fire for a moment. The story that I'm getting ready to give you is going to tie it all together. It's going to make it make sense in your mind. Just slow your mind down for just a second and just catch the story. I want you to think about fire. Fire is powerful. And so there was a man that God blessed with the ability to make fire. Think about what I'm saying. Fire is complex. There's no way that the first human being that was ever put in a position to make fire, you can't stumble upon that. That's not something that you can stumble upon. Think about what I'm saying. You know how difficult it is to make fire from nothing? Now, you and I may be able to go out in the forest and make fire right now. Well, why would we be able to? Because we've seen all of the different examples. We know how it goes. But someone was that first person. Well, where'd they get the example? So God blessed this person. Watch this. With the ability to make fire. And he told him this. He said, listen, my children are cold. They're freezing up in the mountains. I want you to go and teach them how to make fire. But you cannot receive any praise. You cannot receive any gifts. You cannot receive any rewards, no parties, no celebrations. Teach them how to make fire, and then you leave. The man said, I got it. He said, Father, I got it. He said, no celebrations, no rewards, no gifts, just teach and leave. He said, I got it. So he went way up in the north and he encountered this village. And when he encountered the village, the first people that he walked up on, he said, I want to teach you something. I want to teach you the art of making fire. But they didn't know what fire was. They had never seen fire. So he pulled out all of his tools. He gathered everything he needed. And he made fire in that moment, right in front of them. They thought it was magic. They had never seen that. Think about what I'm saying. If you've never seen fire in the history of your life, and here this person makes fire out of nothing, it can keep you warm. You can cook your food. You can boil water. You can do all of these things. Shower, bathe with it, all of these things. They were blown away. And so that night he went to sleep. He woke up the next morning. Now the people in that village wanted to throw him a celebration. They wanted to throw him a party for the man that taught them how to make fire. But when they woke up the next morning, he was already gone. Why? Because he was following God's instructions. No gifts, no celebrations, no rewards. He left. He went to the next village. This village was a little bit bigger. He went to the head of the village. He said, I'd like to teach you how to make fire. Again, the man didn't know what he was talking about. He said, what is that? He said, let me show you. He pulled out the tools, gathered everything he needed, and he started to make fire. And boom, there it was. Fire for the very first time. The man was so blown away. He said, put your hands here. The man put his hand. He said, it's warm. He said, absolutely. You guys don't have to freeze anymore. Then he taught them all of the ways that you could utilize the fire. You could cook with it. You could keep yourself warm. You could cook your meat. You could do everything you need. The man was blown away. That night, they all huddled up. They wanted to throw a party. They wanted to throw a celebration for the man. But when they woke up the next morning, he was gone. And he was gone because he was following God's instructions. No parties, no rewards, no celebrations. Watch this. He went further up in the hills. And there was another tribe. This tribe was the biggest one he had seen. He did the same thing. He went to the head of the tribe. He said, I would like to teach you how to make fire. Once again, the man didn't know what he was talking about. He said, let me show you. Pulled out all of the tools for making fire. Boom, there it was. Fire for the very first time. He taught them all the ways that you could utilize the fire. They were so impressed. But catch this. Catch this. All of the people in the village, they were starting to honor the man. They were worshiping the man. They were doing all of these things because they were so happy that they were saved. They were warm. And all of these things. Why? Because he had to stay longer at this village than he had the other villages, because he had to teach all of the people in the village how to make the fire. So it took him longer. He was there for a couple of weeks. But the pastors and the priests of this particular village saw that they were losing their power.